What's a good word, everyone? It's your boy DKB here. I just want to say thanks for all the support. The channel's been steadily growing, and the number you see below, you can drop a text, shoot a voicemail, any ideas, topics, collabs, etc. you guys want to see. I'll include them in future videos and live streams, and I'll catch you again. Be easy. What's a good word, Jets fans? It's your boy DKB here. And true to form, it wouldn't be a New York Jets off season if we didn't have some kind of quarterback drama. This time coming at the backup spot, we know Tyrod Taylor had a minor surgery, arthroscopic knee scope, and it's questionable when exactly he'll return. Aaron Glenn pointed out the early return date is hopefully week 1, but considering the two quarterbacks who worked out, it doesn't seem like it's a guarantee. And there's a few different thoughts that come to mind. I loved one of the comments that you guys put out there in reference to this is the exact reason Tyrod Taylor shouldn't have been the starting quarterback. He just can't seem to stay healthy, and this time it wasn't even due to physical contact, right? Just wear and tear of getting old, being 37, 38, whatever it is that he is. But you think about not only how reasonably cheap his backup quarterback contract is, but also the level of play that he's been able to obtain and the significant drop off from a lot of these potential replacements that are going to be out there, right? And at this point, it's almost worth questioning, is it better to just take the chance of seeing what you have in a Brady Cook and or an Adrian Martinez if you need to rely on someone else, assuming Tyrod Taylor can't come back on time? So with that said, let's talk about the two quarterbacks according to Mike Garafolo of NFL Network that the New York Jets sneakily brought in. And considering they both left without contracts, I would say this is more so just the scouting, getting to know stage. If it was more serious of an injury or concern about whether he can actually return on time and be suitable enough to play, we would get somebody in so that they can start learning this playbook quickly, as opposed to us just putting out fillers and then seeing who Tanner Engstrand feels like he could build a playbook around the most. But neither one of these names are inspiring. CJ Beathard and Nathan Peterman, right? Let's talk about Beathard first. 31 years old, a former Iowa Hawkeye, third-round draft pick of the 49ers in 2017. Also spent some time with the Jaguars and Dolphins. And his claim to fame is going to be a 19 touchdown to 14 interception ratio, where as a starter with, I think it's 12 games under his belt, he has a 2-10 record. Ultimately, a lot of unfulfilled promise there, but not a guy that's inspiring. And when you look at Nathan Peterman, it gets even worse. 31 years old as well, former Pitt, 5th round draft pick in the 2017 draft by the Bills, spent time with the Raiders and Bears. He's also bounced around a ton of practice squads, and I'm forgetting the ones that come to mind, but I think the Falcons was one of the more recent ones. And he has a 4 touchdown to 13 interception ratio. And his infamous game is a 5 interception outing versus the Chargers, where he only even attempted 14 passes. So in a very quick stint of trying to become a Bills quarterback, it didn't pan out well for him at all. So again, very uninspiring. Either one of these names would quite frankly scare me, seeing them on a regular season depth chart for the Jets. And considering they're also going to come starting from behind, they have veteran experience, right? 2017 draft being over 7 years ago. But still, it's not like they've ever highly performed. Beathard a little bit better, a little bit more acceptable, but these aren't guys that you would want to be your undisputed backup. These are guys that would be competing on a daily basis, and this is probably for more third-string territory than anything else. So fingers crossed that we get Tyrod Taylor back and healthy enough to be able to jump in there if something were to happen to Justin Fields. Knock on all the wood at this point, because it's a scary situation. But seeing the struggles of Brady Cook a bit in preseason, Adrian Martinez looks like the preferred option. He at least has some kind of pro-like experience playing in the UFL, although you can make the argument there's a ton of third-string type players within those leagues, and they end up working their way up into a depth chart. So We'll see how the Jets ultimately play this. Maybe there will be some more names that come on the radar that end up popping up. But let me know what you guys think. If it's up to me and we needed to choose one of these guys, I would lean heavily towards Beathard. But again, at this point, I don't think it's too far of a cry to say why not just keep Cook and Martinez on the roster, at least as of this time, and you roll with one of them and see what happens. But again, let me know what you guys think. I'll catch you guys again. Peace.